Aloha! This is the second video in the Biggest Blocks to Fun series. In this video, I'm going to share block number 2, letting life pass you by and ignoring the gifts. I'll be sharing 3 tips for paying attention, plus what your bonus is for paying attention, and 2 exercises to try to create more fun and flow in your life. Make sure to pay attention for an opportunity to join me for a free live playfulness workshop next week and for a week in Costa Rica in January 2023. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Julen, a feng shui expert and intuitive, founder of the Love Your Life program, which helps you stop spinning your wheels and second guessing your decisions and start taking action with clarity and confidence to truly love your life. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ding the bell to be notified when I post new videos. And if you know someone who would enjoy my content, please share it. We love that. All right, let's jump into this video number 2. Attention is everything. Just let that soak in for a moment. Attention is everything. Because what you attend to, what you focus in on, what you hone in on, becomes your life and your world. Are you letting life pass you by? Are you missing out on the gifts that are being given to you every single day? Let me ask you this. How many times have you driven somewhere and can't recall a thing that you saw along the way, or even can't remember driving to the place? I know it's happened to me for sure. Another question. Can you remember everything you did yesterday from the time that you got out of bed until you went back to bed in the evening? Who was the last person you spoke to? What were they wearing? Do you remember that? Maybe it was a clerk at a grocery store, or maybe it was your partner even. Be curious to see if you knew what they were wearing or what you remember about them. So most likely you've been lost in your head, thinking, planning, worrying, wondering, while the details of your life simply pass you by. So today I want to give you 3 tips for paying attention. And these are things that connect very closely with improv lessons. And improv, as I shared in the last video, is improvisation. It's an acting technique, and it's something that I partake in. And there's lots of little lessons through improv that help us with our life. So paying attention is one of them. When you're on the stage with other actors, it's really, really important, especially when you're improvising, meaning you're making it all up as you go along. When you're improvising, it's so important to pay attention to what the other person is doing. So these 3 tips, though, will help you with your life. And I'll share in a moment how paying attention sort of reaps benefits for you as well. So the only moment that you have is right now. Are you here now? Are you really focused on watching this video, or are you doing other things at the same time? Are you flipping through your phone? Are you have other windows open as you're listening to this? I'd really encourage you to be here now, to really soak in this information. So here are the 3 tips for paying attention. These are good to write down. First tip, open your eyes and pay attention to every detail that's in front of you. This includes objects, people, nature, noticing the breeze on your skin, how your hair feels on your head, what's beautiful in your line of sight, right? Like what is around you that's beautiful, that lights you up. Be where you are and be fully there, so that you are noticing the things around you, even in the room that you're sitting in. So this happens often. And I thought this was interesting when I went away for a couple months. When I came back, I really noticed the items in my space more, right? Like I was like, oh, was that always there? Or did that move? Most likely it was always in the same place, but I just I stopped noticing it because I spent so much time in the place. But being gone for a couple months, you come back and you notice different things, right? So that's something we're going to talk about in the next video about moving your location and how that can assist you. So tip number 2 for paying attention, give up multitasking. Yep, I know you've probably heard this before, but really do just one thing at a time. And your focused attention on one thing at a time will actually allow you to complete tasks much quicker when you are focused just on them. So it's helpful to take everything else off your desk, right? Out of your line of sight when you're working, for example. And this is very helpful, I find, for me when I'm working on a particular project, not to have other things on my desk while I'm working on that, right? And this also means closing out any browsers that you don't need to complete the task that you're working on. Turn off your notifications so they don't distract you, so they're not dinging in the background, right? Allow your full attention to pour into what it is that you're doing in this very now moment. So often we're lost in thoughts, even when we're only doing one thing at a time. So I want you to try an exercise for me. Do a menial task, such as folding your laundry or doing the dishes, even, painting your toenails, maybe, with full awareness. Pay attention to every single detail. So if you're folding clothes, for example, what is the texture of the clothing? Is there static? I use Marie Kondo's method for folding clothes, and it's become very much a meditative task for me. I really enjoy it. It's very calming and soothing for me. And as I smooth and fold the clothes, I notice what shape they're in. Are there stains? Is there pilling? And when I'm doing this, it really helps me be aware if I still really love this item or not, right? And if I don't, then I'm able to let it go. If you're doing the dishes, for example, feel the temperature of the water, the sensation of it flowing over your hands. I always think of Helen Keller around that when, that was her breakthrough, when the water was flowing on her hands and she felt that, right? So really feel that water flowing over your hands. Notice the condition of the dishes, the pots, the pans. Are they chipped? Are they scratched? In Feng Shui, I'll just give you a little Feng Shui tip here. In Feng Shui, we recommend releasing anything that is broken or chipped because those items bring a lower vibration into your space. What can you appreciate about these things as you are washing them or rinsing them? Perhaps maybe you're grateful for having a dishwasher that will actually clean them, that type of thing. So if you're ready to try this, type in the comments, no more multitasking. And I'd love to hear about your experience with being fully present as you try to do one task at a time and really focus on it. Okay. Tip number 3 for paying attention. When someone talks to you, this is such a beautiful gift to them to fully listen to them, right? Look at them while they're talking to you. Focus on what is being said and listen as if you were tasked with having to share or repeat everything that they said. We practice this in improv a lot, introducing someone else, right? So we listen to what they have to say, and then we have to introduce them. And it's very much a practice in listening. So don't think about how you will reply or what you have to add to the conversation. Just listen. Notice their nonverbal language as well, their tone of voice, their facial expressions, hand movements. I use hand movements a lot. And notice their eyes, right? Okay. So what is the bonus for paying attention? The bonus for paying attention is seeing the gifts. There is a gift in everything that occurs. And I'll share more about what I mean by gift. So instead of looking for what's wrong in a situation, maybe what should be differently, what somebody should have done or shouldn't have done, look for the gift. And what I mean by gift is what's right about this. Okay. Really look for that. And a mantra that I love to use is what can go right will go right. So it's kind of the reverse of Murphy's Law, which says what can go wrong will go wrong. I like to shift that and say what can go right will go right. Okay. And then remember, you're never alone. Everywhere you turn, angels and guides and even earth angels are helping you. So there's a book by Patricia Ryan Matson that I've been reading. It's an improv book. It's called Improv Wisdom. And in this book, she shares an example of gifts that you receive every day, but you may not notice. And she calls these silent gifts and silent givers, right? So the chair that you're sitting on is actually supporting you, right? This is a gift. The lights that are illuminating your room, the electricity that helps things run, the pen, the paper, your glasses, these are all gifts. And someone had to create them. Someone designed them, someone manufactured them, someone bought them. Maybe you bought them or someone else bought them for you, right? Someone delivered it to your home. Or wherever it is that you're watching this video from. Maybe you're at work, someone delivered this chair there, right? Think about who is serving you. And Patricia talks about this in the book. Think about who is serving you in the routine work that they do. So like a store clerk, the mailman, that type of thing. So you're surrounded by gifts and by a chain of givers who is responsible for providing them. So here's the second exercise for you to try. See how many times a day and in how many different ways you can say thank you. And I encourage you to express it out loud. So actually, say it out loud or send a thank you note or a thank you email, and make sure, this is something Patricia Matson also encourages, make sure that when you share with a person that you're thanking, that you share with them the details of what you appreciate about what they gave to you or what they did for you. And it just makes the thank you that much more meaningful. So for example, the mail delivery person, thank them for always putting your packages in a place where you can find them easily, where they are safe. In the condo that I lived in Kihei, my postman was great. He would always place my packages. He would actually open the gate to my lanai and place the packages by my front door. And if I wasn't home, he would place them on a chair so they wouldn't be in plain sight of people that were passing by. So it was just really a beautiful thing. And obviously I'm not living there anymore, but I used to thank him. I'd always, whenever I'd hear him out there setting a package, I'd say, thank you, because I always had my windows open so he could hear me as he was walking away. So that is the second exercise to try. So if you want more support or ideas, join the discussion in my private Facebook group. It's called Find Your Flow with Feng Shui and Angels. There's a link to that below. And then stay tuned tomorrow for the last video in the Biggest Blocks to Fun series, where I'm talking about block number 3, which is being stuck or frozen. And then remember to register for my free Playfulness Workshop. It's going to be live on August 30th. There's a link to that below. Sorry, there's not going to be a recording for this event because we're going to be doing some exercises and things like that. So there's not going to be a recording for it. But in this session, you're going to learn 5 improv lessons that can create more fun and flow in your life. We're going to play with some simple and silly exercises to give your mind a spa day, really get you out of your head and tap into creativity. And then I'm going to be sharing details about my upcoming Love Your Playful Life retreat. This is going to be happening in Costa Rica in January 2023. And I would love for you to join me for a week there in a beautiful paradise. We have an amazing venue, so much good stuff. So I'm going to be sharing a lot about that in this Playfulness Workshop as well. So that is a great way for you to create more playful, joy-filled, and fulfilling life. So much love and aloha. Check out the description below for all the links that I mentioned. And I will also link Patricia's book in there if you're interested in that, because it's got a lot of really juicy nuggets in it. And we'll see you on Tuesday, August 30th for the live Playfulness Workshop.